that Feroz was outside with a legion of soldiers, and that he had Iskandar's trumpet, which manifest soldiers at any blow. So, of course, this wily young female dressed herself in servant's garbs and made her way out where they were encamped, and there was the trumpet hanging on the tent pole outside Feroz's tent. So she just whipped it under her servant's cloak and went back to the palace and said to her father, the king, "Here, father, we have Iskandar's trumpet. You blow it and you have a legion of soldiers." Well, you know what happened. Don't even have to tell the story. Nothing Feroz could do. He didn't have any way now that he could claim back his cloak, nor the trumpet. So all the three young men could do was to set out back to their home village. Lost everything, gone. But then again, when they settled down for the evening, there was the dervish. And he said to Feroz, "Now you've learned a very important lesson. Let me give to you this bag. There you see it, a saddle bag of kinds, a knapsack we would call it, I guess." And the dervish said to Feroz, "This bag can never be taken from you. It can never be stolen. When you put your hand into it, it will bring you sustenance, and it will also bring sustenance to whomever it is that is there." So Feroz took the bag, and again the dervish was gone. Feroz dipped into the bag, and there was a meal which he partook of, and then he shared with his friends. They completed their travels and returned to their village, where there had been a great famine. They found their parents almost dead from hunger, many of the townspeople already deceased. But Feroz went from house to house and provided sustenance for all who remained. The three young men buried those who had passed on and were able to provide that which was needed for their village and beyond from then on. Like all of these Sufi stories, they ask the questions and also provide the answers, just like this wonderful video that we're going to see of Bab Aziz. But after hearing this story, what would you say is the lesson of which the dervish spoke? You have learned an important lesson. What is that lesson we all have learned? And what is this bag, this satchel, that we now know that we can dip into and find sustenance, complete sustenance for ourselves and all of life, that which is made manifest when stillness and movement meet. Tao, the Dhamma.
I feel that the lesson is that giving is much better than receiving. Before they were just taking from life, and they were restless all the time, never happy with what they got, because at a certain time, they were not satisfied anymore. And when they started when they got the last gift from the dervish, they started to give, and because of that they found peace because of the giving. And the bag itself I would see as the inner strength, the inner being, the inner what we really are, not the outside.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I would maybe add that the lesson is also that was the egoic mind first, that they employed by using those gifts from the dervish.
Yes.
And then the last gift, when they exhausted that, and they've experienced the suffering and the bliss that brings, the ups and downs, they dipped into the inner self. Yeah.
Deeper. Go deeper.
I think the lesson is being intimate.
Yes.
And the lifesaver is consciousness.
So with this story, now, as the kind of the background that's there for us when we watch Babazi's, there's no doubt that we'll find it all encapsulated in that, so that we also find the answer to the questions that have been posed these last days. How does it work for us? Where does that endless sustenance arise from? How does it happen for us? How do the laws of life work for us?
Being one with the universe.
Being one.
Just totally one with it.
Yes, but the universe is movement.
Yes. So are we.
Yes, are we?
Yes. I would say so, even though we are still in a way. We are moving too. Because nothing is ever still.
Okay, let's watch Babazi's and see whether we still have that thought that everything is movement. What is this stillness then?
Stillness in the movement.
Okay, let's see what it brings up for us, shall we?